Hello and welcome to Your Health Matters. Thanks very much for tuning in. Great to be here on the air. And my name is Carl Sterling. This is Your Health Matters on News Radio 570 WSYR. And today, my friends, coming at you from Cologne, Germany. Yes, Cologne, Germany. Last week was London, UK, where I've been many times. Never been to Germany before. What an amazing place. The cathedrals, the architecture, everything. So it's always fun to take this around the world and speak from different places. Last year, I remember I did one show live from Mexico City. And Dale Bredesen was on with Dr. Joe Barry. That was fun. So speaking of Bredesen, who went out and bought his new book? It's a game changer, right? Beautiful book. I just love it. The Ageless Brain. Please forgive me. The Ageless Brain is a great book. I have it in audio format. I don't have the hardcover yet, but be sure to check that out, folks, because that's a really good one. To listen to past episodes of the show, also remember you can go to the iHeart, WSYR website, go to the podcast, scroll down to Your Health Matters to hear everything there, all the way back to January of 2024 when I started the show. You can also just go to carlsterling.com, Carl with a K, go to past radio shows or past episodes, and they're all there on different platforms, YouTube, Spotify, the iHeart channel, and the other one. What's the other one? iTunes. Now, there are other places too. I actually don't know where the show is other than those places. I just know it's in probably like 20 different platforms. So check out the Bredesen interview if you didn't already, because it's really, really good. Love what he's doing regarding the brain and maintaining brain health and actually making Alzheimer's so it's optional, right? It doesn't have to be a sentence where you actually live into Alzheimer's for most people, okay? That's what Bredesen says. Well, here in Cologne, it's been amazing. This week I was at the world's largest health, wellness, fitness, longevity conference called Fibo, Fibo. Oh man, what's coming down the pike is amazing in terms of products out there. Things that can help you to, let's say, get a better workout, live a better life. It's unbelievable. And with that, before we get into what's here right now in town here at this conference, which is still going on today, that's the last day of it. But I'm out of here today to go back to London and then back home tomorrow. So, we've talked so much, as I mentioned in the past, we talked so much about nutrition, dietary lifestyles, dietary plans, exercise, how important it is to have muscle mass as we age, how important it is to keep moving, use it or lose it, because that's pretty much what happens. And folks, I don't know how to say this in a nice way. I'll just be as nice as I can. If you don't get it by now, you haven't started, then I really don't know what you can do. I mean, other than just finally get started with anything at all and stay focused on some type of junk-free, processed food-free dietary lifestyle. I've been carnivore now for almost, I think it's 5 weeks. I lost count. I never felt better than this. I'm not saying you should try it, but after the Chafee interview a few weeks ago, I had to try it because his data, his information is so compelling. I felt like I'd be a fool not to at least try it once in my life. Well, I feel better than ever. I have energy, boundless energy. I'm stronger than I've ever been. I'm pain-free. So I had inflammation. I don't know where it was coming from. I've been trying to figure out what was I eating before other than the potato chips, because I love those things. If you've listened to me, I love the chips. I have not had a single potato chip since I started this. I'm just cold turkey, man. When I start something or when I stop something, that's the end, or it's the beginning of something new. I stopped drinking one day. I pulled the bottle out of my mouth. I said, that's it. I'm done. Bye. No more. Well, I decided I'm going carnivore. Guess what? I did it. Other than one piece of cake. That's all I've had that's not carnivore. All right, so whatever. But I tend to be like that. But this is what I'm doing, right? So I'm on this plan. I'm eating this, and I'm not eating any junk stuff. So, like I said last week on the show, if you're consuming good quality food, whether it's vegetarian or vegan or pescatarian or Mediterranean or whatever, as long as it's good quality, clean food and it's not the processed stuff, you should be better off. So people who focus on a particular dietary lifestyle, they tend to do better. When I say lose weight too, I'm talking about losing the bad weight, the bad fat, right? I've been losing weight. And at the same time, I'm gaining muscle. So I'm really losing some fat and I'm feeling really good. I'm so glad I don't have joint pain anymore because I've lived with it constantly for years. But in my long-winded way of getting around to the point is we've talked about like all these things till I'm blue in the face, and I don't really want to talk about them that much anymore. Occasionally, we're going to introduce food, nutrition, some exercise things. We'll keep reminding you here and there. But folks, if you haven't started already, well, I suggest you probably get started on something because you're gonna feel better. All right. We're gonna start to go down the road with this show of other things, technology, merging technology into fitness, longevity, and wellness. And I'll tell you about some of the things that are here at the conference this week. It's amazing. We're going to be talking about psychology with Dr. Judy Ho will join us again soon. We have other psychologists going to join us to talk about depression. We're going to be talking about bipolar and manic depressive and schizophrenia and all these things that are affecting a lot of people, but nobody wants to talk about it because it's sort of like a taboo type of subject. All right. So these are the roads we're going to head down with the show because it's important we cover all areas of health. Now, in the second hour of the show today, I have a special guest who's joining me. His name is Ethan Pollack. He is the founder, the person in charge at a company called Pulse, Pulse, Pulse Device. And it's up on my website. If you go to karlsterling.com, that's Karl with a K, go to the sponsors page. It's at the very top. There's a video there, explains some about it, and you can click right through to their website. And there's also a $20 coupon for you to get $20 off your first order, and the code is right there on the website. You click on the link and then enter the code at checkout. You get $20 off. Well, this Pulse device, first of all, they're our newest sponsor for the show. We haven't had any new sponsors in like 3 months, so it's really nice to have somebody else on board, and especially when it's a device like this, which is so helpful. We are helping people with pain, low back pain, mid back pain, upper back pain, my hip flexor pain, which is completely gone now, the scar tissue around my lower part of beneath my belly button from all the heparin shots I've taken twice a day for the past few years because of the blood clotting disorder I have. Those big old lumpy, disgusting scar tissue globs they're diminishing down to almost nothing, and I love that. Plus, some of them kind of hurt, now that pain's going away too. We're helping people with MS to lessen spasticity, to help improve gait, walking, movement, and of course, pain reduction. Again, we're helping people with Parkinson's to reduce tremors, to reduce dyskinesia, let's say involuntary movement, right? So that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's just the beginning. There are people who are using this device that's only going to set you back a little over a couple $100 if you use the coupon for a pair of these vibration devices. It's not medical. It's not invasive. It's not electrical. It's vibration. But it's at a frequency and an amplitude that is so therapeutic, it can even help you to sleep better. So we're going to come back to talk more about what's going on here in Cologne, Germany, at the conference, tools that I found, and then the second hour, we got Mr. Pollack coming on to talk about the Pulse device. All right, so this is Your Health Matters on News Radio 570 WSYR. We'll be back after this break. We're back. All right, again, greetings from Cologne, Germany. Wonderful, wonderful to be here. Well, I have a whole bunch of stuff written out here, so a little bit of this may sound scripted. And by the way, if you happen to go on YouTube and see this and watch it, I'm sorry I'm not looking at the camera because I have a list. So I have to like look down, right? In Spotify, I have video up there too. So I'm sorry, but I can't look at you and look at my paperwork at the same time. Well, you don't really need to see me. All you need to do is listen. So this is sort of a special 3 segments here on groundbreaking advancements that are unveiled here in Cologne at Fibo 2025. And of course, this is the world's premier trade show for fitness, wellness, and health. This year, the spotlight was very, very, very much on artificial intelligence or AI and its transformative impact on the longevity, health, and fitness arenas. So, we're going to dive into the most exciting AI-driven innovations that are set to revolutionize our approach to well-being. That includes you, a consumer, let's say, me, a therapist and a trainer, and all these other therapists out there. I mean, I'm telling you, the stuff coming out is unbelievable. So, first of all, at the heart of this conference is like this brand new Halifax Hall, a visionary hub dedicated to technology and digitalization in the fitness industry, right? The space here, that particular space, brought together world-renowned exhibitors showcasing cutting-edge solutions designed to optimize health and fitness experiences. A lot of companies here. Actually, I saw a lot of friends this week too, which is really, really cool. People I've known for, 10, 11, 12 years from all over the world whose products, a lot of them I use. But it's nice to always get back, see the person. The thing is, I usually see them in the United States. Well, now I'm in Germany and I see them, and it's just something special about that. Well, companies such as Lexicon Software or CloudFit or Fit Alliance. Okay, these are presenting their pioneering technologies aimed at enhancing user engagement and operational efficiency in fitness facilities. So if you're in the fitness market, and we do have a lot of listeners from around the globe who live stream the show or they listen to it after the fact on one of the many platforms, you just know that well, I have some information up about the conference on the front page of my website, but this is just, you won't even believe what's coming down the pike. And there's a lot of it that's not that expensive. It won't break the bank for most people. It's all subjective, right? But I'd say as a whole, there's a lot of good stuff that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg and everything else in your life. All right. So there are AI-driven platforms that personalize your workout plans. And in doing so, here's what they're doing. They're analyzing your data, user data in real time. Okay. They're ensuring that each individual receives a tailored fitness regimen that evolves with their progress. So these things are actually, I talked to this one brand and Symmetry Symmetry PT. We're actually going to have those. They're sending me a test kit. Symmetry PT have these sensors that stick onto your body. So let's just say you're doing a sit to stand, something really simple. You're in a chair. Let's say you got a pair of shorts on, so I can actually put these things on your quadriceps, your thighs, at the optimal point. Okay, because the positioning is important, and as a practitioner, I would know how to do that. So we put them on. Now what we're looking at is when you stand up, assuming you're using no assistance. I mean, you could use assistance if you had to, of course. But let's say you're using no assistance. We're going to find out your muscle readiness. Okay, we're going to find out how ready your muscles are to actually stand up. There's going to be, they're able to measure I can't remember how it's measured exactly, but it's measuring the degree of contraction in the working muscle to see, are they even? Are they close to even? Is one side working a lot harder than the other? Does this mean there's a problem on the side that's not working as hard? And if there is, what's the problem? Because there are any number of problems that can develop that can cause us to move less than optimally. Doesn't have to be a weak muscle. It could be a joint problem. It could be pain. It could be a nerve problem. It could be a lot of things. All right. So now we can start to tailor it. So it's going to record the contractions. It keeps a record so that we could tailor the workout to maybe strengthen that left quadricep. Or maybe you're doing bicep curls, and maybe you're doing dumbbells, one in each hand, or maybe you're doing a fixed a bar that's fixed onto a pulley system where no matter which hand you use, if you only use one hand, the whole thing comes up as if you're using two. Well, this way we can find out on something like that, which muscle's working harder. Okay, because you have the constant resistance, but which one's working harder? And then figure out why. Intervene with after we get down to the root of the issue. Once we're there and we figure out how to intervene to make that muscle stronger and, let's say, equalize both sides, balance them out so they're both working about the same as far as the amount of work output, bingo, it keeps track of this stuff. All right. So it's going to actually also tell you, once you put it on your body, if it's too soon to be doing bicep curls or, leg extensions or leg press or loaded squats or anything like that, because there's a muscle readiness factor to it. So that's just one example of what's here. And this is just, this is out of hundreds and hundreds of products. So we can measure more. More data is king, right? I love data. I want to measure things. When you come into my clinic, I need you to go through a series of tests: physical, balance, strength, movement, range of motion, rotations, balance. Did I say that already? Cognition, memory, different types of cognition, different types of memory, visual tests, vestibular tests. I'm going to measure it all. Strength tests. And then take it from there. Well, this is another way to get even better data. So another highlight was the Optivo unveiling their NATE, N-A-T-E, AI, an advanced artificial intelligence that's seamlessly integrating into their fitness tracking platform. So this, what it does, it's leveraging extensive biometric data, including heart rate variability, right? The time between heartbeats, sleep patterns, and detailed workout records. It provides users with a real-time analysis and personalized recommendations across fitness, health, and nutrition. It's an innovation that aims to empower fitness professionals and users alike to, let's say, give them actionable insights to optimize performance, to make their, optimize their well-being, right? Innate AI is bringing a new level of personalization to fitness tracking, and it's allowing users to make informed decisions about their health based on comprehensive analysis of data. Folks, I'm so excited about this. It's unbelievable. Never seen anything like it. Yeah, I mean, we got to go to break in a minute here. So, in fact, let's do that. So, we're going to come back with a lot more about what's here at the conference, what you can expect, because I can tell you right now, as we grow neuromotor training out around the world, throughout the States and here in Europe and Mexico, Asia, South America, even South Africa, I think we'll be having a place there in the near future. All this stuff, we're going to be using a lot of it because we're going to be the leaders in the field. We're going to be the consumer reports of this stuff too. We're delivering the news on all of it and the data and the effectiveness. So we got to go to break. This is Your Health Matters. My name's Carl Sterling, News Radio 570 WSYR. We'll be right back. All right. Again, greetings from Cologne, Germany. Beautiful place. Can't believe I'm here. Always wanted to go to Germany, and here I am. So, by the way, I had said in another episode, we'll be back in the studio live on the 20th. We will not be in the studio because it's Easter. We will not be in the studio, but Elizabeth and I are going to record. So you will hear her too on the 20th. So she and I have a lot to say. And we'll probably have a couple of guests in there too, by the way. The 27th, we will be live, 27th of April, just so you know. So there's an integration of AI here, obviously in Cologne, that is very prominently featured all over the place. For example, smart mirrors equipped with AI capabilities. These offer users real-time feedback on their exercise form and technique. And what this does, folks, is it helps to effectively bring the expertise of a personal trainer into the comfort of someone's home and into a fitness facility too, possibly, right? We have something like this that we're going to be start using real soon, and we'll keep you up to date on that too. So this is really exciting because you don't necessarily have to have that trainer, and a lot of people like that, and some people don't want it. They just want to know, how can we do better? This is a great way to do it. So these mirror analysis mirrors, these mirrors analyze movements and provide corrective suggestions, which will enhance workout efficiency and reduce the risk of injury. Something we all want to stay away from is getting injured, right? These AI powered smart mirrors are transforming home workouts by providing instant feedback. And again, it makes it personalized training for more. It makes, I should repeat how I said this. Sometimes I get tongue tied because I'm so excited. It makes personalized training more accessible than it ever was before. So wearables, big deal, right? I started out with a Garmin watch about 7 years ago. I have for 5 years. I wore an iWatch in there for a while, an older one that I liked a lot, but didn't do enough for me. And now I have a Samsung 5, I believe, and I absolutely love it. But there are other wearables out there too, and they're doing some really cool things. I also wear a Whoop band for the past 3 years, WHOOP. Whoop has helped me so much, and this is old technology at this point, even though they're really up to date. In fact, they even do VO2 max scores now accurately, so I don't need to spend tens of thousands of dollars on a unit and have somebody come in and almost kill themselves doing a VO2 max thing, right? A Whoop band will do it. It's amazing. And what does it cost? Like about $250 for a year, and the band is free, right? So it's really cool. Syncs up with your phone. You get in the app. You find out every morning your recovery. How was your sleep? Heart rate variable. All these different metrics it tracks while you're sleeping. It's amazing. But there are other devices available now too, right? So wearable technology has seen significant advancements with the integration of AI. They offer more than just activity tracking. They provide insights into overall health. They predict potential issues, and they suggest preventative measures. I actually know people who have been saved by their wearable devices. Heart attack, illness, things like that. People who actually have been saved by this. Not that they would have died, but they avoided a major catastrophe. Some wearables monitor heart rate variability, and they use AI algorithms to detect stress levels, offering guided breathing exercises to help users manage stress more effectively. That's a big one. We've talked about it before, but not enough. And we need to have breathing, another area we're going to go down with this show, with a 2-hour episode about breathing coming up in the relatively near future once I pin down Jill Miller, who's the guru in that area. Just, we haven't set a date yet. But anyways, the AI enhanced wearables go beyond step counting. They're proactive health companions that help users to stay ahead of potential health concerns, right? It's another way of saying what I just said before, but I just want you to hear this, that these innovations underscore a pivotal shift in the fitness industry towards a more personalized, data-driven approach that will help us with our health and longevity. AI has a beautiful role in all this stuff. A lot of people see AI as the demon. Well, first of all, if you don't want AI to come here, it's too late. It's here to stay, it's here now. It's not the future, it is the now. AI's role in this transformational process of what it can do for us, it cannot be overstated, my friends, as it enables a deeper understanding of our individual health metrics, and it helps to facilitate tailored interventions that promote long-term well-being. My son has a job, his full-time gig as an MD, and he's also a PhD, is doing AI medical equipment design, invention, and this and that. Right. He still works emergency room shifts to keep his hand in the game. That's part-time. And ERs has been his thing for decades, right? But he is now into the past few years developing equipment in the medical arena for helping to run an emergency room better, get people in faster, help them get diagnosed more quickly, and elicit a better treatment set of plans. Well, for example, one of the things that came out, maybe a year ago or maybe a little longer, is this cancer screening device, a specific screening device using AI, where it doesn't replace the radiologist, but actually what happens is the AI in its imaging, it sees things like, I remember a specific example that was given to me by him, of throat cancer. It's seeing throat cancer eons before a medical expert or a radiology, your most seasoned radiologist, right, is going to see it way before that person can. So it's not replacing the person, but it's helping the person to diagnose things more quickly so we can intervene sooner, better outcome. Well, this is the same thing in fitness. It's the same thing that we can use in our workouts, and we can take predictive, it predicts things so we can have a better plan moving forward. Right. So where are we at here? I got a long list. I mean, there's so much here. There's so much I could go on for hours. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to continue exploring more of these things. And let's talk about this. AI's role in wellness, hospitality, and personalized health experience. Okay. So let's dive in a little bit, talk about how AI is revolutionizing these arenas. All right. One of the standout features, I'd say, this year at this conference was the introduction of, a hall dedicated to a space focusing on wellness, spa, body, mind, Pilates, and longevity. This particular hall in the conference center is served as a wellness hub tailored for hoteliers, spa operators, and wellness experts. And it highlighted the growing importance of integrating health and wellness into the hospitality experience. Well, we've been seeing this around for a long time. But I will tell you this, folks, when you bring AI into it and you're dealing with, you're going in with a holistic approach, and maybe you're on a retreat somewhere, a wellness retreat, the tech is more advanced than it's ever been, offering the best, most therapeutic experience in all arenas ever possible. So you have the best experience and you get the best benefits. With that said, it's already time for our last break. You're listening to Your Health Matters, coming at you from Cologne, Germany. And this is News Radio 570 WSYR, also available on 106.9 FM. My name's Karl Sterling. It's great to be here, and I will be back for one more segment in just a couple of minutes. All right, friends, we're back. And again, greetings from Cologne, Germany. Well, with this introduction of, the specific hall, it's really interesting how they're setting new benchmarks for the future of wellness, hospitality, and longevity. Providing a platform for, let's say, knowledge and sharing innovations. Another key, let's say, key highlight was the a longevity experience area, which is developed in partnership with an entity called C4F. It's an interactive space that brought the concept of longevity to life, right? It brings to life the concept of longevity through an innovative hotel room setup. And it helps to demonstrate how AI and technology can enhance a guest experience or a set of experiences by focusing on health and well-being. Some of the features include a state-of-the-art touchless therapies, uh, let's say cold therapy and oxygen therapy, bioneuronal sound therapy. Like, you ever heard of binaural beats? I remember my friend Emily, before she passed 3 years ago, she got me into the binaural beats. It's been around a while, but they're bringing it into this arena now where it can be an option for certain places when you stay there to have the binaural sound therapy. And all this put together is all aimed at promoting holistic wellness. You've heard Dr. Perry Nicholson on the show talking about gut health, talking about nervous systems. We have so many different systems: the sympathetic, parasympathetic, the autonomic, the central nervous system, the peripheral nervous system, and the list goes on and on and on. Do you know that everything works together in your body? Everything works together. If one area in the body isn't functioning optimally, all other areas are brought down. It may be immeasurable how much they're brought down, but they're going to be brought down to some degree. And it may be measurable in some cases too. Well, we want to enhance and enrich all of the systems so they're performing better, so that all the systems perform better together. The C4F representative says that he told me, our goal is to integrate longevity-focused technologies into hospitality settings. This will offer guests personalized wellness experiences to cater to their individual health needs. Everyone has different things. Some people have tremendous fatigue, anxiety, stress. What else? Oh, there could be physical problems, actually physical things going on, right? And tension, tight muscles, whatever. It's opening up, folks. It's opening up. It's better than ever. It's not, and in my opinion, it's never been a better time to be alive because I love this stuff. At 64, I now can look back and say, yep, I remember 55 years ago with a rotary phone, no answering machine, and 3 channels on the cable TV. And if we were lucky, we got the, it's a UHF or VHF, channel 24, the public broadcast, right? So if you're lucky, you got that on a good day if the weather was fine and the frequency was passing through the antenna. You need a special antenna for that too. No cell phones, no gadgets like, iPads, no tablets. But wow, look at how far we've come. Look at how far we've come and how we can use this to our advantage. I know people who say, oh, you got to get rid of the cell phones. You shouldn't be using them. The blue light's bad for your eyes. Well, I just have to say this. I use my phone in a productive way. And also, by the way, I train my phone to what I want it to do. I don't get bad news on my news feeds. I don't get bad news on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. I get funny stuff and I get neuro stuff. That's it. If you focus on bad news, it will give you bad news. I don't focus on it. I don't focus on politics. I don't focus on anything I don't want to focus on. I focus on moving forward and learning more so I can be doing better, living better, so I can be better for you, delivering education, delivering sessions at my clinic, delivering every education around the world when I travel and teach. It's never been a more exciting time, I don't think, to be alive because there's so much potential now. Even the empty glass I have here, in my estimation, it's half full because everything's half full and nothing's half empty unless you choose it to be. Right? Well, I try to be a realist, but I'm also an optimist. I'm the eternal optimist. I always see hope and possibility. But this is what I choose because I don't want to waste my time, you know, with anything else. Okay, so let's continue for just a little bit more. So just finishing up about hospitality and those type of things, the role of AI in personalizing guest experience was emphasized even more by the Longevity and Hospitality Summit, which was held on the 10th. All right, so that's back on Thursday. And industry experts were discussing how AI can tailor fitness, nutrition, and recovery plans during hotel stays. Because the hotel I'm staying at is really nice. I can't even believe it. It's amazing. It's got some of this stuff in it. And it utilizes this data from wearables that people are wearing and health monitoring devices to help create customized wellness programs for their guests. By integrating this AI with wearable technology, well, the sky's the limit. They can offer guests a truly personalized wellness journey, enhancing their stay and promoting long-term health. That's what it's all about, my friends. So, I could talk for hours about all the other things that I've seen here and the people and the ideas. And oh my gosh, I can't wait till next year. I'm pretty sure I'll be at this every single year. I can't miss it. Um, Stay around. The second hour, we have Mr. Ethan Pollock coming on. Again, he's with Pulse Device. Go to carlsterling.com. That's Carl with a K. Go to the sponsors tab, and it's the very first sponsor on the top. There's a video there, and there's a click through to their website. I'm just going to say again, and you'll hear it in the next hour when we talk about how I'm using it and how he's using it with, 40,000 people out there, literally. It's really changing things for people. It's changing lives. Yet it's so not cumbersome, easy to wear, never uncomfortable, no pain, all gain. Like, I don't know how to put it any better than that. And it won't break the bank. You're talking a retail of, I think it's $250, take $20 off, and it's $230. You're going to have something that can help you in so many ways. Now, maybe you're thinking, well, I don't need help. Maybe you don't. Maybe you just think you don't. Maybe you would benefit from something. Maybe you're thinking there's no way anything can help me because I've tried everything. Well, I thought I'd tried a lot of things, but I never think I tried everything, especially being here this week in Cologne. I know I haven't tried everything because there are hundreds of things here to be tried. Well, the Pulse device, now that I've tried it, I always go in optimistic, but a little bit cautious, like, okay, well, I know what all these other things I have do in my clinic. Well, what's this going to do? I can't speak highly enough about this. This is an amazing device. I stand by what I say on this. This is the device of all devices to really help with more issues than you can imagine. So stay tuned. Don't go away, because right after the 12 o'clock news, we have Ethan Pollock coming on to talk about this device, and you're going to want to hear it. You're going to want to learn about it, and maybe you're going to want to get on there and buy one and try it. And I can tell you they have a money-back guarantee. If it doesn't work, you send it back. They're going to give you a refund. My name's Karl Sterling. Greetings from Cologne, Germany. Great to be here. Great to have you listening. Thank you for tuning in to Your Health Matters, News Radio 570 WSYR. Your Health Matters. We'll be back for another hour after this break.